bestie. Hi, how are ya? I'm so glad you're here because I gotta talk to you about the 25 books I plan to read in 2025. So, bestie, you already know that as readers, we have like this never ending TBR, right? And we don't know when to stop adding more and more books to it. We're gonna take them with us to the grave. I think that that's just gonna be on my will.
Ginnie would like to have all her books buried with her, especially the favorites.
But then it also doesn't help that authors have the audacity to keep on coming out with new books every year. Influencers also have the audacity. The audacity? The audacity. 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 What? Audacity. I think that's how it's pronounced. Anyways, they also have the audacity to continue with these book recommendations. And then not to mention that we have BookTok, that is usually where I experience FOMO because I don't want to be left behind, kind of like a Lilo and Stitch type thing with the Ohana. So with me, it's just, I don't want to be left behind from reading these books. That's actually too much.
Yes, I'm blaming authors and influencers and totally disregarding the fact that I'm the one who decides to buy the books and continue piling up my TBR while also maybe not even reading those books sometimes and then, continuing the cycle of buying more books. And I also realized that me mentioning influencers also means that I'm talking about myself because technically I am an influencer. So I might be doing that to you too. But you know what? It's okay because that's what besties are for. Yeah.
So I have two plans in action. So the first one is that I set up a list from my actual library, books that I own. Those are like 25 books that I want to make sure to prioritize this year and to actually read them this year. There's even books on here that you've seen before, bestie. Yes.
Oh boy, Ginnie. Well, that's nothing new.
Yes, I know. Yeah. The second part to this master plan is that I'm going to have a psychic that's going to help keep me accountable and also be with me while I'm reading. I guess you could say that they're keeping me in check. Yeah. Yes, bestie. Yes. I'm gonna have Milo. He's my psychic. Who better than Milo to be my little psychic and help me and keep me accountable, right? I mean, how can you pass this cuteness up? How can you pass him up? Look at him. Okay, so now that those things are established, let's talk about these books. So bestie, you already know, grab yourself a beverage, my beverage of choice. And no, I'm not sponsored. No. But Celsius, call me. Well, you don't have my number, so I guess we would say email me. It's down below. I love Celsius. Yeah. First book is Keep It in the Family by John Mars. Just to tell you, whatever I know about this is that I believe it's a psychological thriller. For the most part, I've been seeing it all over BookTok. BookTok? BookTok? Really, Ginnie? BookTok. Yes. Listen, bestie, okay, don't come for me because a lot of these books, I don't really know too much about them. So we're gonna learn a few things about them together, okay? Yeah. This one says, in this thrilling novel from bestselling author John Mars, a young couple's house hides terrible secrets, and not all of them are confined to the past. Okay, you know that I am a thriller girly.
On this channel, there's gonna be like a little shift, and it only makes sense because I'm the dark one. I'm the villain. I'm the darkling. I love Michael Myers. And where am I going with this? I don't know. But all I can say is that there's gonna be a lot of dark things here.
That doesn't mean to go running away, bestie, okay? Don't be scared. I'm still reading a little bit of everything, but there's just gonna be more of the darker side here, okay? But stay, because you're still gonna see all my crazy and the chaos and yeah. The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo, Miss Queen herself. I actually read some of this. This book. What is it about? I really don't know. We are following Lucia, who happens to be this girl that works as a, what is it called? Scullion, something like that. Basically, she's like a servant to like a mistress. She has like this magic, and they call it milagritos, which is like miracles. That's what that means in Spanish. It means miracles. That's what that means in Spanish. No, that's what that means in English. The mistress ends up finding out that she has magic, and she decides, I'm gonna take it upon myself to use it for some political gain. So yeah, that's what basically this is about, and we'll talk about it more in my January wrap up. On to another thriller. This one is His and Hers by Alice Feeney. I'm super excited to read this one because my brother's wife, is so weird saying that because they recently got married. I have to remember, like, yeah, that's my brother's wife. Anyways, she told me if I'm gonna start reading Alice Feeney, to definitely start with this one. I'm not even sure what it's about, but I just know that Alice Feeney is known as the queen of killer twists. My sister-in-law, is that what you call that? I think. Yeah, I believe so. Anyways, she recommends it. I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna see what the big hype is when it comes to Alice Feeney. And we have another thriller, and that is Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. In this one, there's like people that go missing, and then it just so happens that one of them returns. I think it's like 11 years later. Everybody wants to know, bitch, where the hell have you been? Like, yeah, I'm excited for this one because it actually has like a lot of like rants and raves about it. Whoever Jocelyn Jackson is said, I'm shamelessly addicted to Mary Kubica. Yeah, Mary. It's juicy, unpredictable read. She just keeps getting better. So let's see if she, is better.
Even though this is my first book by her, but regardless, we'll see.
And then, bestie, is this a shock? This shouldn't be a shock to you. I have to read Riley Sager. Yeah. And this one is the only one left. I actually had like another book by Riley Sager that I could have picked, but I don't know. There's just something about this one that is just giving. I want to read this probably in the summertime. A lot of people really enjoyed this one, even though sometimes we don't always go about that. Whatever. Here on this channel, but sometimes, let me just stop. Sometimes that is a thing because there are some people that I really trust their reviews.
Does it always work out for me when I do actually read the book, and then I trusted that reviewer, but then they let me down because I didn't like it? But it's not that they let me down, it's just that it wasn't my cup of tea, and that's okay because maybe that was their cup of tea, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna be my cup of tea, and again, that's okay.
In this one, it says, best-selling author Riley Sager returns with a deliciously twisty and addictive gothic chiller about a young caregiver assigned to work for a woman accused of a Lizzie Borden-like massacre decades later. This is my type of book, right, bestie? A massacre? Yes, absolutely, yes. We also have A Bad Mother on this list. No? It doesn't say A Bad Mother, but you get the point. By Mia Sheridan. I don't know what this is about, but you could kind of assume that it's gonna be about a bad mother. I know, it's pretty obvious, right? And back here, it just says she's a force to be reckoned with. That's all I need. With this title, it just better be about a bad mother. Yeah. Next, to balance out, all the thrillers and crazy and psychological stuff and wait, can I even say that? I had to add This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I mean, if you remember, I did read what is it called? What? Oh, Before I Let Go. I could never remember the title for some reason, even though it was a 5-star read for me.
I'm sorry, Kennedy. I am so sorry. I really do love that book, and I love most of your book. Well, I only read 2.
Anyways, this one follows Soledad. She's dealing with, like, I think a cheating husband. I know, bestie. This has cheating trope for the most part. Most of us don't like the cheating trope, me included. However, I feel that Kennedy Ryan is going to execute it well. Here's another one, and that is The Stillwater Girls by Minka Kent. So this one I had to get because I felt like the premise is so interesting. From what I remember, it's about like some girls, I mean, you know, the Stillwater girls.
Obviously.
They're ignorant to civilization. Yeah. So it says they were raised to fear everything in the world, especially the truth. This sounds interesting, and I'm like excited to read this one. Listen, it wouldn't be a good year if I don't have a Stephen King book on my TBR. And this one is Christine. And it just so happens that my bestie's name is Christine. Anyway, so yeah, you know, this wouldn't be a Ginnie video. It wouldn't be a Ginnie year. I wouldn't be me if I don't have a Stephen King book on my TBR. Bestie, if you ever see that I don't have a TBR, oh, I don't have a Stephen King book on my TBR, check on me, okay? Check on me, because there must be something wrong. There's actually a movie too that I seen like years ago. This one is about like a car. It becomes possessed, or like it has some kind of spirit in it. I mean, I know it's a chunky, but it's also Stephen King, and we, you know, love Stephen King around here, so it don't matter. It's getting read. And we're still on the psychological thriller train. The words are just not wording today, and it's like, you know what? Maybe I need more of my Celsius. Okay, this one is Confessions by Kane Minato. Here we are following a mother who her daughter was murdered. The mother is trying to find out who her daughter. She wants revenge. I mean, do you blame her? We'll just leave it at that. Listen, bestie, if you have not seen this book,
then, I mean, maybe you're just not on BookTok. Maybe you're just not like a thriller girly. Maybe you're just not into weird characters in books. Maybe you're just not into the dark side. And that's okay. Because even if you're not, we're still besties here.
The book I'm talking about is Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent. This book, I've seen it recommended a lot by the thriller girlies of BookTok, and I was like easily convinced to get it because we are following a girl. I don't know if she has like autism or there's just something wrong with her, but obviously, I mean, she's strange. Yeah, Sally's strange. I think it has to do something with her dad getting, and then she's just kind of just like there acting weird. Listen, all right, bestie, that's literally all I got for you, okay? But what I will say is that when other thriller authors are saying that I'm truly gonna get an incredible reading spirit. Yeah, I'm gonna truly get an incredible reading spirit. Sure, Ginnie. Yeah. That I'm truly gonna get an incredible reading experience. And when they're using terms like shocking, disturbing, what else? A terrific read, twisted and twisty. I mean, bestie, that is all me. Forget I said that, okay? Let's move along. We gotta have a dark romance here. Yes, so this is Lights Out by Navessa Allen. As you can see, I have a bookmark here because this is a book that I am reading with my book club and Totally Book Club. I'm still looking for a few more people to add to it for free. It is a Patreon book club, but again, I'm looking for people to add into it for free. Yeah, who doesn't want free? And let me tell you, I'm having so much fun with this, especially because I'm reading along with the audiobook. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just tell you that this is a stalker romance. So you know I love me some stalkers, okay? I mean, Michael Myers. Need I say more? The OG stalker. All my darklings out there, if you know any more stalker romances, drop it down below because your girl is looking for more.
Ginnie, I think you have a problem and you need some therapy or you need to get yourself checked because who likes or loves, let me use the correct term, loves Michael Myers? Who?
I love Michael Myers. So, and I say that with my chest, all right? All right? Don't be judging here because this is not that kind of channel. We're a safe space here. But anyways, I am reading this along with the audiobook and listen. Jacob Morgan is the one who narrates this. First of all, it's so much fun. He's doing an amazing job. Second of all, woo, we'll just leave it at that. Let's slow it down a bit with a contemporary romance by Rebecca Yarros. And this one is The Things We Leave Unfinished. And listen, bestie, I didn't even know that before Fourth Wing, Rebecca Yarros actually wrote books. I mean, that she had, more books that she wrote. And it just so happens to be that she's a contemporary romance girly. I was just like, and it's not like she only has one book, okay? She has probably like 8-10 books. I don't know. I just wasn't aware, okay? What's funny is that I've seen her name before. I forget what the book exactly is called, but I know it's something unlikely event, something to that extent, but we'll just put the book here. Yes, this book right here. I've seen it before, but it just never like clicked that this is the same Rebecca Yarros that wrote Fourth Wing. You know? I mean, you know how I am, bestie. I mean, yeah. This one is told in alternating timelines, and it's like about love, things that don't heal, and sometimes with love, things that you don't see coming. This was also recommended to me by a friend. She was just like, girl, be prepared to be destroyed. I was like, immediately, yes. I am prepared to be destroyed. Matter of fact, I like being destroyed. We love the emotional damage here. Yes, absolutely yes. Keeping it cutesy, and just because I love Lynn Painter, I had to go and try her YA romance, and this one is better than the movies. And I mean, I've heard so many things about that, and as you can see, it's the Barnes & Noble exclusive with these cool, cute sprayed edges. I want to get the other ones too because the other, I think it's 2 or 3 books, also have sprayed edges that kind of like match, I guess, the vibe of the book. It just looks so cute. I have heard so much about this one. It's a favorite of Haley Pham. Haley recommends it. This is like her favorite book. So I have to read it. Maybe that could kind of be an upcoming video. Just saying. Yeah. When I think of this next book I'm going to share with you, immediately like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes to mind. In this one, Brother by Anaya Alborn. The reason it reminds me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is because we're following this boy who's trying to get away from his family's weird and unconventional, disturbing traditions that they have.
But Jeannie, what does that have to do with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Isn't it like the complete opposite? Leatherface is the psycho and his family are psychos. And Leatherface is not trying to break away from his unconventional crazy family. He's the one who's going after everybody. Yeah, I don't see the correlation.
Okay, there's no correlation except for the fact that it's like a disturbing family. This just sounds good, and that's all that matters. I'm planning to read it. Okay. Bestie. I have these 10 books you may or you may have not seen on my TBRs a lot of times. I don't know if you remembered, but I did mention them as books I'm adding on to my TBR knockout that are going to be a priority and a must that I read this year. I'm sure you're gonna come for me, and that's okay. That's okay, because I believe in tough love. If you have to come for me in the comments and tell me, Ginnie, what the fuck? Why haven't you read these books? I will accept that, okay? Let me embarrassingly share these books with you. There is Heaven's Official Blessings by this author, because I'm not going to butcher the name. I don't know what it's about, but I just know that it's a boy love type of romance, and it's, I think, Japanese literature. We're just going to say Asian literature because I'm not too sure, you know, where it falls. I was inspired to read this because Bella from Throne of Pages, she loves this series, and I was like, you know what, that's something different for me. It still falls under romance, and it's interesting, and she loves it. So here it is. I have to read it this year. Yeah. We also have The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. Yeah. I don't know nothing about this book. Why did I buy it? I don't remember, because I've had it on my TBR sitting on my shelves for like, I want to say maybe 4 years, maybe more. I don't remember. All I know is that at one point I saw this book a lot, and I know that it's like a mystery. I don't think it's a thriller. I was just like, yes, and added to cart, and here it is. I think it's about time that I read this, because if I'm not mistaken, I had it on my TBR to read last year. I don't remember if it's from the year before too, but it doesn't matter. It's here this year. It has to be read, you know? Yeah. Then there's Master of Salt and Bones by Carrie Lake. I wanted to read this book last year, and I think the year before that, and it didn't happen, obviously, because it's here. Do I know anything about this book? No, no. All I know is that I wanted to try a Carrie Lake book, because a lot of people tend to love her books because it's like gothic and atmospheric. I love that combination. And dark, you know, again, dark one. We love the dark here. The Bride Test by Helen Hong. Listen, I've had this on my TBR for so long, like it's embarrassing. I believe the premise of this one is that the main character is being set up with somebody in her country. I don't remember if it's Korea. Oh, Vietnam. She's supposed to meet him, and I guess something to that effect. Okay, bestie? I mean, I should know this by now. We're just not gonna explain it. Another one, The Wall of Winnipeg. Yeah, Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. And I mean, I don't know how many times I've shown this cover. I don't even know why I'm doing a close-up, but you know, we still gotta appreciate this beautiful cover, okay? I just know that this one is a sports romance, and Larry reads loves Mariana Zapata. So whatever Larry reads loves, I immediately want to read. Should I be using the word immediately? No, because I did not immediately read this one. But I am not gonna let Larry down any longer.
But she doesn't know that I do love her videos, and I want to collab with her so badly because I feel like we're so similar, and we're both Latinas, and we're spicy, and we're fun, and we're chaotic. And I feel like if we ever did a collab together, firstly, I would die. But I would die after the collab. I just want to meet her and be besties with her. Yeah.
But before I do that, I think it's only right that I read a book from her favorite author. So here it is. Yeah. Okay, so Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren is here, making its I don't know, 1,000th appearance on my TBRs. Listen, all I know is that this is a dynamic love story that's supposed to make you have faith in love again. That's what was said by the book list. I somewhat lost my faith in love. You know, maybe Christina Lauren can help me find that again. I mean, I guess.
Oh my goodness, you know, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I swear it's not being done on purpose. You're going to get the love you deserve this year, okay? Okay.
Bestie, All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by Bryn Greenwood is here again. And it's been on my 24 books to read in 2024. And I believe it was also on my 23 books to read in 2023. Has it been on previous ones? I wouldn't be surprised. Would you be surprised? You shouldn't be surprised because it's here. So this book is supposed to be about the love story between two addicts. We're taking that journey with them. I just think this one is gonna most likely cause emotional damage too. I think 2025 is the year where I get emotionally damaged.
Emotional damage.
We also have The Tiger's Daughter by K. Arsenal Rivera making its appearance again for the I don't know how many millionth time. They would be so disappointed in me because this is a Puerto Rican author. I'm Puerto Rican. I got it to support my Latinx authors, especially Puerto Rican ones, because I mean, why not? Why wouldn't I? I am going to show this book the love that it deserves, and I'm not gonna let my fellow Puerto Rican down. I hope I don't, because it would be ridiculous if I come back at the end of the year and I don't read this book. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham? Yes, Willingham. Here again, it's a thriller. It's said to be haunting, lyrical, and utterly compelling. Once you start reading, you will not put it down. Ginnie, why have you not read this book? I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer for you, okay? But it's gonna get read this year. I'm not too sure too much of what it's about. I don't care. I just gotta make sure I read it, okay? So this book is here for the dumbest reason. Can we just state that? At least I know the dumb reason why this book is here. 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Okay, so the dumb reason why this book is here is not because I forgot about it.
Well, I kind of did forget about it when you think about it.
But it's not because I didn't want to read it. It's because I wanted to read it in June. June came and went, and I was like, no, I can't pick up this book unless it's June. So it's kind of like the same thing that happened with November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I want to meet it. Well, I guess I want to meet these characters in the month of June because I feel like it only makes sense. You know, my logical thinking. That makes sense to me. June cannot come and go and I don't read this book. It has to be read this June. What is it about? Okay, I have no clue. I just know it's like, I think a contemporary romance. It's very popular. A lot of people love this book. What it says in the inside is 7 days to fall in love, 15 years to forget, and 7 days to get it all back again. I should have known because it says 7 days in June. So I should have known that it has something to do with that. But you see why it just makes sense for me to read this in June. Even if I have to put an alarm on my calendar, like,
Ginnie, it's June. Pick up 7 days in June and make sure you have it on your June TBR.
yeah. I shared my TBR with you, so let me know what you're reading. Do you have to share all 25 books? If you have that many that you want to prioritize this year? No, you don't. But, you know, like maybe 5, 10. You know, I see you in the next one. I love you so much and bye.